This is the leading news from the Albuquerque Journal. I'm Gino Gutierrez. It's Wednesday, August 19th. Here's what we're covering on today's episode. Farmers in Corrales are facing what the Middle Rio Grande Conservancy District calls a, quote, historically bad water season as drought and low Rio Grande flows leave fields dry. Farmer Johnny Lopez says his 7-acre property once produced vegetables, fruit, and alfalfa. But this year he couldn't harvest his alfalfa and has had to buy hay for his horse and goats after giving away most of his livestock. The Conservancy District suspended irrigation deliveries to Corrales in April because the river had fallen too low for the village's pumps to operate safely. Rainfall has also been scarce, and the Albuquerque Sunport has recorded about 70% less rain than normal since June 1st. Bernalillo County is also in an extreme drought. Some farmers are still able to irrigate using wells and drip systems, but others who depend on surface water have been forced to leave their fields fallow. There is some hope ahead, however, with forecasters saying there's a strong possibility of an El Niño winter, which could bring above-average precipitation. And a new siphon project in Corrales is expected to be completed by the end of the year, potentially giving farmers more reliable access to whatever water will be available. Federal court records show U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement is using jail rosters to locate non-citizens in New Mexico, despite local policies limiting cooperation with immigration enforcement. Since September, ICE agents found non-citizens in county jails at least 11 times, including 6 cases at Albuquerque's Metropolitan Detention Center, 4 in Santa Fe County, and 1 in Rio Arriba County. In most cases, court records say agents found the defendants while conducting jail roster checks or reviewing rosters of incarcerated foreign nationals. Some were identified through booking photos or aliases. The defendants had previously been deported, and in some cases multiple times, and were arrested on charges ranging from DWI and concealing their identities to drug trafficking and child abuse. Local officials say they did not give ICE access to jail records or provide immigration information. But jail inmate rosters are publicly searchable online, potentially allowing federal agents to identify people without direct cooperation from local authorities. The revelations come as the federal government challenges New Mexico and Albuquerque policies restricting cooperation with ICE. Meanwhile, most of the defendants now face federal charges for illegally re-entering the country after deportation, which can carry significant prison sentences. Plans for a new hotel in Albuquerque's Sawmill area are moving forward after the City Council approved more than $40 million in tax incentives for the project. The council voted 8-1 on Monday to approve industrial revenue bonds for the Albuquerque-based Sun Capital hotels. Council President Clarissa Pena was the lone vote against the measure. The proposed hotel at 1010 18th Street Northwest would replace a 25,000 square foot office building and include 135 rooms, with developers estimating about 70,000 overnight stays each year and up to 47 jobs. Supporters say the hotel would provide a more affordable option for visitors near Old Town and the Sawmill District. Developers said the hotel would not have a bar or restaurant, encouraging guests to spend money at existing local businesses. But some residents worry the project will disrupt the historic neighborhood and increase traffic, noise, and congestion. Pena said she believed the agreement did not provide enough protections for nearby residents. The tax incentive does not involve direct taxpayer payments. Instead, the city will allow the developer to avoid certain taxes for the duration of the bond agreement, provided that the project meets specific requirements. With the incentives approved, developers say the project has cleared its first major hurdle and can now move forward. And in sports news, the New Mexico Lobos quarterback competition is nearing a decision. Head coach Jason X says he wants to have a starting quarterback named by the middle of next week, with Wednesday serving as the, quote, dead drop point before the team shifts its focus to the season opener against Central Michigan. The competition is between 6th-year senior James Lobstein, junior Luke Moga, and sophomore Toa Fave. Fave appeared to gain ground during Saturday's first scrimmage of fall camp. X said the sophomore separated himself with his ability to make plays with his legs, putting himself firmly back into the competition. Lobstein was the Lobos' productive, run-oriented backup last season, while Moga transferred to New Mexico from Oregon during the offseason. X said he's willing to name a starter sooner if one player clearly separates himself, but the team needs to settle on all of its position battles by Wednesday so it can begin preparing specifically for Central Michigan. Meanwhile, last season's starter Jack Lane remains sidelined with an elbow injury and has not thrown during fall camp. X says Lane is, quote, not real close to returning as the team awaits additional opinions from specialists. The leading news is powered by the journalism of the Albuquerque Journal. If you enjoy hearing all of the stories we share with you here daily, please consider becoming a digital subscriber to the Journal by utilizing the discount code in our show notes. Every subscription helps support local journalism and allows us to provide you with the news that matters to you. Now taking a look at Albuquerque's weather forecast. Today you can expect sunny and hot skies with a high near 101, and as for this evening, there's a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms before midnight, mostly cloudy with a low around 66. To keep up with all the latest news from the Albuquerque Journal, you can visit our website at abqjournal.com. That's the leading news. I'm Gino Gutierrez. We'll be back tomorrow.